off to Jonesboro to eat at Chick-fil-A. Go through the drive-thru. My wife unplugged my car for me this morning on her way to work when she left. But the Chick-fil-A in Jonesboro, Arkansas, about 20 miles from my house, it's no matter when you go, no matter when I look at that drive-thru when I'm passing by, there's always a minimum of 145 cars in line. Seriously, there's always so many cars, it's just ridiculous. And I never eat there. One, my wife doesn't like the waffle fries. And I'm never there by myself where I need drive-thru food very often. But the couple times I did, I was afraid to hit that drive-thru because seriously, there will probably be 30, 40, or 50 cars in line. I'm always thinking it'll take a while, but I've heard it's pretty quick. So just for kicks and giggles, I'm driving all the way to Jonesboro today to try their chicken sandwich and see how long, I'm going to time how long it takes to get through that drive-thru. And we'll see how many cars are there when I get there. And also, I've heard that their lemonade, I just found this out, their lemonade only has 3 ingredients in it. Lemons, sugar, and water. That's it. And the lemons are hand squeezed every day. I don't know if I want to pay $2.50 or $3 for a glass of lemonade, but I may have to try that too. You know, why not? All right, we're going to Chick-fil-A right there, and it says we're 19 miles away and 74 miles on the guessometer, full charge. Man, Jonesboro traffic sucks. Look at that. Jonesboro traffic just sucks. Okay, truck driver, come on through. I'll let you by. Of course, it is a Friday. You know, roads and streets are always busier on Fridays. Banks are usually busier on Fridays. Stores, I guess, because if somebody's going to take a day off, maybe they choose Friday. I don't know. But Chick-fil-A will probably be busier today because it's a Friday. I'm not sure how it can be any busier than it normally is. I'm telling you, no matter when you go, cars are wrapped around the building. There we are, Chick-fil-A. It's not as busy as normal. There's only, looks like about 20, 25 cars in line. Looks like they got somebody out there to take orders. I've heard they do that. I have never in my life been through a drive-thru at Chick-fil-A. I've only eaten at one a few times because, like I said earlier, my wife doesn't care for the waffle fries, and they don't have Dr. Pepper. I think they have Coke products. And no Dr. Pepper, and I guess you don't care for their sweet tea. Okay, right up here, I see the sign that says drive-thru. Oh, I gotta get my cell phone out and do the timer. I'm gonna go around here and come back because I've got to get my timer set up on my cell phone. I forgot to do that. Okay, now I'm ready. Shut up, I'm not putting my seatbelt on. It's just right here. Okay. Yeah, a lot of times this drive-thru is backed up all the way to here. I wish it was today. But I guess I chose a day when the drive-thru is not that busy. Like I said, only probably 15 cars in line. So as I stop, I'm gonna hit this timer. There we go. 2 seconds so far. Oh, 5.2 kilowatt hours. I'm gonna see how many kilowatt hours I burned sitting in the drive-thru as well. See how much money it cost. And there's something I've never understood about you bipedals. Why do y'all use drive-thrus? When I had 2 legs, I hated drive-thrus. I had a rule. If there were 0 or 1 car in the drive-thru, I might go through it. Maybe 2 cars. But generally, I parked, went inside, got my food to go, and came back out. Man, I could not stand sitting at a drive-thru. I swear, you bipedals will sit at a drive-thru for 20 minutes waiting on your food. It's not that far to the door. Just park and go inside. And sometimes it was just as long inside. But usually, most times I got out a lot quicker than those going through the drive-thru. So, but now I have one leg. So, you know, it's just too much trouble to go inside. So I sit through the drive-thru just like you goofy bipedals. 5.2 kilowatt hours, no money so far. See those cups there? I figure that's for these employees that are out here to get a drink. Because this must be miserable when it's over 100 degrees out here. Oh, here comes somebody. Hello. How you doing?
What's your name for your order, sir?
Jimmy.
Jimmy, and
Yes.
can I get you to pull forward with me, Jimmy?
Yes, ma'am.
And what can I get for you today, sir?
Well, I've never been here. I need to see the menu, maybe. Oh,
Yes, sir.
okay.
Can you just pull forward with me?
All right. Meal includes waffle fries, tea, or something. Okay, lemonade doesn't come with the meal, right?
Yes, sir, it does.
Okay, I'll take this meal right here with lemonade.
Just the regular Chick-fil-A?
Yes, ma'am. I've heard y'all's lemonade only has 3 ingredients: sugar, lemons, and water.
Yes, sir.
And it's squeezed
Sure
every day
does.
here.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, and will that be it for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and will you be paying a cash or card?
Card.
Okay, it'll be $7.43.
All right. Well, thank you. It's so nice to see friendly people these days. So often you go to a restaurant, you walk up, and the lady behind the register at the fast food restaurant will say, "Help you?" And you're like, give her your order, then she's like, "6.42. No thank you, no nothing. Oh, here we go. I'm about. How you doing, sir?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. Appreciate it. Uh-huh. Look at this. 5 minutes and 51 seconds. 5 minutes and 51 seconds. By the way, it wound up being 0.1 kilowatt hours. When I pulled away, it was 5.3. It just changed to 5.4. I think it started at 5.2. So 0.1 kilowatt hours at 6.5 cents per kilowatt hour. You might as well say is about half a cent, I do believe. Somewhere around half a cent waiting to drive through. 5 minutes and 53 seconds is not bad considering how long the line was, I don't think. I've got my lemonade. There's the waffle fries my wife does not like. And my chicken sandwich. $7.43. That's a decent price. It's not cheap, but certainly not expensive either. There's my chicken sandwich. The only thing they put on them are pickles. I guess you can special order, but I've always found it strange that that's all they put on them are pickles. Of course, the straw had this. They had the straw in there for me. That's kind of cool with this thing on it. Let's see what this freshly squeezed lemonade tastes like. Dang, that's good. It's not as good as Lemonade House Grill, which is the best lemonade I've ever had in my life. There's only 3 locations: Paragould, Arkansas, I think Poplar Bluff, Missouri, somewhere else. Man, their lemonade is just, oh my gosh, it's phenomenal. All right, I'm gonna get off here and eat. Man, that chicken sandwich is freaking good. You know, like I said, I haven't eaten here very often. I've had a few of their sandwiches. It's just too crowded. And even inside, you go inside, there's a good chance there's gonna be no place to sit. See, look, there's the drive-thru right there, right to the end, like I said it normally is. And that Dodge Charger wants to get in the line, and you can't do it. Man, I wish I'd gotten here then. You'll never hear somebody say, "I wish the line would have been longer," but I wish I had it, just because I was wanting to see how long it'd take from back here. My guess is probably another 2.5 minutes, about 8 minutes. Man, if this was McDonald's, a line this long, I swear it'd be 30 minutes. If it's McDonald's, the one in Paragould on the corner of Kings Highway and whatever street, I can't remember. If it's that big McDonald's there by the cemetery, 2 cars can take 20 minutes. And I'm not exaggerating by much. Now look at all these freaks trying to get in that drive-thru. That one's going inside. Look out! Wow. This is good, but I just can't believe this place is so popular. So many people trying to get in. It's just amazing. Just amazing. I wasn't planning on getting fries because it's just too much food. But when she showed me that menu, I could have swore I seen a price of $4.99. I must have been seeing things. Must have been seeing things. If I known it was $7 and something, I would just got the chicken sandwich and the lemonade. You know, just because I just, like I said, don't feel like I need the fries. I won't eat half of them. Oh well. The fries needed salt and ketchup. Something I could have taken care of if I would have ate inside. And I prefer eating inside rather than eating in the car, simply because I can get a refill and salt and ketchup. Now, I eat at Sonic a lot, and Sonic you can't eat inside. And Sonic fries are really good with or without salt or ketchup. I mean, they're just good all around, but these need salt and ketchup. But, so the fries are decent. The lemonade is incredible. I mean, not incredible. Lemonade is really good. Lemonade House Grill lemonade's incredible. Decent, really good, and the burger was really, I mean, not burger, chicken sandwich was really, really good. Man. No mint, though, like I get at Sonic. That's alright. 0.4 kilowatt hours from the time I first got in the drive-thru. Waiting through the drive-thru, coming next door to the Turtle Creek Mall and eating, and I'm a slow eater, 0.4 kilowatt hours. Like I said, it's only 6.5 cents per kilowatt hour. So might as well say half a kilowatt hour. So about 3.25 cents. I wouldn't do this in a gas vehicle. I would just shut the engine off and roll the windows down, even if I was hot, because I've been scared and worried about how much gas I was wasting. Another reason why EVs are superior, yes, superior to ICE vehicles. Jack, what was his name? The CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, Jack Dorkey, Jack something. I believe it was him. It might have been a different CEO, but I believe it was him that a couple months ago was forced to apologize for eating at Chick-fil-A. They tweeted a picture of their meal and bragging about some coupon they used or something. And oh my gosh, it was attacked badly. To the point where he apologized. You know, don't expect me to apologize for eating at Chick-fil-A. Don't expect me to apologize for much of anything. I try to keep things politically neutral. But man, in today's world, it's hard to keep politics completely out of anything. But I like Chick-fil-A. I don't have a real problem with, okay, I'm not going to, oh, I almost mentioned the company. I'm not going to. On YouTube, I watch a lot of stuff about restaurants. I just find it interesting. There's a YouTube channel called Mashed, M-A-S-H-E-D, that does really good videos, such as 10 things you didn't know about Chick-fil-A, or, you know, how Carl's Jr. and Hardee's are the same company but 2 separate companies. Things like that. I watch a lot of their videos. And actually, YouTube in general has so many educational, informative, and entertaining videos. It's really amazing. But anyway, I learned a lot watching these mashed videos about Chick-fil-A and other companies. Did you know that Chick-fil-A does just about double the volume of McDonald's store by store? I mean, average stores. McDonald's has a heck of a lot more in sales, got more stores. But per store volume, Chick-fil-A almost doubles McDonald's. And I can't remember if it's over double, just a little under double, exactly, but it's just about double. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. Which I've always wondered about McDonald's anyway. I mean, seriously, I think, you know, the question of the universe, you know, those questions that really, like, most people say, how do we get here? Is there a God? You know, how did the earth come to be? Those kinds of questions. No, no, no. What we need to be asking ourselves is, how in the hell did McDonald's get to be so big? That is one of the most baffling questions of the universe. How did McDonald's get to be so huge? I don't know. It's just mind-boggling. We had this roundabout installed in Jonesboro, about 6 months ago. And I always tell my wife this is where they ought to put a Robert E. Lee statue just to piss people off. Boy, that'd get them going. Never happened. You know, there's another thing about Chick-fil-A. They have thousands of people a year that apply to be a franchisee. And I can't remember for sure how many they chose last year. I want to say 12. But man, surely that seems like a very small number. So I'm not sure, but they approve very few. They're very picky about who franchises. And this is very weird. A lot of people say that they shouldn't even call them franchisees because they're not technically franchisees. I think the franchisee fee is only like $5,000 or $10,000. But Chick-fil-A retains all ownership rights to your restaurant. If you franchise Domino's Pizza, which I have some friends that franchise Domino's Pizza, a couple of different friends, and you do that, you retain the ownership rights, not of the name, but of your location. Now, the franchise agreement for Domino's is 10 years, and I guess they can always refuse to renew your your franchise. But if you die and you own a Domino's Pizza and Arby's, yeah, Arby's too, I'm sure. Almost any franchise in the world, if you die, your kids get it. Well, if I'm not mistaken, I could always be mistaken, but I'm almost certain Chick-fil-A goes back to corporate. They own it. And the average franchisee makes about $250,000 a year. And you can't be a passive owner. They demand you be in the restaurant working. You are pretty much buying a $250,000 a year job is what you're doing. Well, that's not bad. I would pay $10,000 tomorrow to have a $250,000 a year job. I don't care if I'm the owner or not. That's still just an incredible deal. But you also don't have near the opening cost that you would if you were a traditional franchisee. You know, because I think Chick-fil-A pays for just about everything. I think. You know, when it's open, it's pretty much the way I understand it. Just like any franchise, the franchisee has to pay for the labor, you know, the utilities on the building, all this other stuff. And what's left at the end of the month, he gets to keep. You know, his company does. Same thing, but you don't own the company. And I've always said, no matter what franchisee it is, no matter what franchise you do, it's almost like you don't own any of them. Let's go back to Domino's, because I know about that one. Unless the rules have changed since I've worked there, franchisees can only close 6 days a year. You can pick the 6, but you can only close 6 days a year. It don't matter if you want to close 7 or 8, too bad, corporate ain't gonna let you. Also, you have to be open till a certain time. I'm thinking 1 o'clock during the week, 2 on weekends. It don't matter if you don't sell a single pizza after 10 o'clock, you have to be open till 1 or 2, which means you're losing money in some cases. Now, after a while, you can submit paperwork showing you're losing money, and they might grant you an earlier closing. But I've always said it's like you don't even own it. You know, but with Chick-fil-A, you certainly don't own it. But it's still a great opportunity if you think you could be approved, which you probably most certainly could not. But if you think you could, it's a fantastic deal. We just passed the 50-cent mark. 7.7 kilowatt hours equals 50 cents. And I didn't set my trip odometer, so I don't know how far I've driven. We'll know when I shut the car off. Well, I'm almost home after going to Jonesboro and eating at the evil Chick-fil-A. Made it home. 32 miles left. 8.4 kilowatt hours, which means about 55 cents. 55 cents to go through the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A. go next door to Turtle Creek Mall and eat it. And let's see. 42.43 miles, 5.1 miles per kilowatt hour, 55 cents. That's about 44 for 852, what, 1.3 cents a mile? Somewhere around there, 1.3, 1.4 cents a mile. So, pretty cheap. Pretty cheap. I would never done this in my gas vehicle because it would have cost $6 or $7. I would never go to Jonesboro just to eat by myself at a drive-thru. Costs too much. This car I find I drive a little bit more because it's just so cheap to operate it. So cheap to run. Anyway, good meal today. Thank you, Chick-fil-A. Appreciate it. I appreciate y'all watching too. Thanks a lot. And remember, chicks dig cars and electric cars. Chick-fil-A, I don't know. I guess some chicks dig them and some don't. I don't know.